The Steve ban hate has reached a crescendo. The Steve hate and bias is unprecedented and is a way to kill the game. And it's also a way to get people harassed or worse. Let's get into this drama today, baby. I'm feeling alive. So Ether SSB tweeted out, which started this whole thing, about how Acola is getting harassed and how the hatred is getting to Acola. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, the hate is very, very real. I have people coming into my community for my live streams and they're saying, I can't go into other communities because I'm getting harassed. There are people who aren't even known at all being harassed by other players in other communities, and a lot of creators are not doing anything to navigate the hate. It's ridiculous. I am the only one standing up against the Steve hate. Ether SSB said every top player in this community is a human being. In fact, some of them are minors who aren't yet capable of emotionally handling their spotlight. If you take time out of your day to harass Acola or any other Steve player, please go F yourself. Which I also agree. It's ridiculous. Look at what was said on Reddit. Acola's recent stream was really depressing and worrisome. He deleted yesterday's archive, and this was the other day. This tweet's from October 17th, but it's shameful the way he's been treated. There's a great reminder that the Japanese community is just capable of being toxic as the West, and that's it. Equally wrong, no matter who's doing it. I did notice he deleted it, and some other people saw the tweet. They're worried about what happened. Yesterday was especially bad. He despaired of the hate for the character he uses. He repeatedly said, if people complain that Steve is so broken that he deserves to be banned, why doesn't everyone use him more? He has become mentally ill because he is criticized at every turn. He will not be attending local competitions in the future. His motivation is also severely diminished. Oh, I'm sad to hear that. It seems like he's been down for a while. Things get better eventually. I don't know if anything has to do with the hate, but I almost never see him using Steve on his streams anymore. Now, I want to say that it is a bit ridiculous to be hating on a 17-year-old. Onan was 16 when everybody was harassing him. Onan actually came to a regional of mine recently and nobody gave him any shit. It was actually really cool. I mean, I don't think he complained about anybody either, because nobody IRL should be harassing people based on who they pick as a character. Now we go back to Smacks. Smacks' tweet lit the community on fire because it was a bunch of tweets next to DarkWizzy. It's completely not the same as DarkWizzy's posts. We'll start with the other ones first. Basically, HBox, the king of hatred himself. I mean, you can hate Steve all you want, but you need to advocate that harassing the players is not good, which HBox later did. He had this tweet that resonated with a lot of people because he made Melee Puff, and Puff got the most hate. HBox said in a past tweet, so yeah, and in the online element, you'll find many clips of me complaining. And I'm gonna keep doing it because I've played Smash long enough to know when a victory is obtained more so due to a character than one's skill. They accused Puff of that for years in Melee. Now that was the narrative in Melee, but he was the most hated player for no reason. He literally was just good at the game. Literally was just amazing at Puff and played really cringe, and he won a lot, and he got death threats. He got a crab thrown at him. Like, the dude's been through the ringer, so it's really weird to me that he would not only try to downplay wins that Steve's get, banning Steve's at his own tournament so they can't get any money from him outside of playing, you know, a secondary. But not only that, he just seems to not understand that it's completely the same, that players are getting hate for who they play. And he addresses this later in a tweet. He goes later on to say, to tell people not have opinions on characters impossible, and discussion should and always will occur in such a topic, happen in Melee, will happen in Smash 6, but it literally takes 5 seconds and a quick breath to not type in a player's chat to shit on their day and demean their self-worth over their character choice. It starts with you, and it should be called out more often when you see it happen from your peers. Now, I know that he's got like this track record of being overly righteous, but he had to say something. And what he said in the main tweet, talking about this tweet from Smacks, was thinking a character is overpowered and sending hate towards a player are two extremely different things. I might be a very outspoken hater of Steve as a character and his role in the meta, but I've defended Onan as well in the past. There's no need to harass players. True, there is no need to harass players, and I'm glad that he is saying that, because that is something that I've been waiting to hear from him, because he has been only talking bad on Steve, talking about how he needs to be banned, complaining about him on Twitter, and not circumnavigating the hate that is inevitable to come with that type of slope. Then we go look at Spargo. Spargo had to make an apology tweet for this because he said, fuck Steve and fuck Steve apologists. A little out of pocket, kind of crazy. He can hate the character all he wants, but the part that made it people get mad was the Steve apologists. You can hate Steve. So let's go look at his tweet really quick. Now, Spargo had to make a tweet talking about this because of Smacks putting him in the screenshot. Regarding his tweet, he said that he's not the same, obviously, as what DarkWizzy said, and I will get to that in a second, but because what DarkWizzy said is very unhinged, and he's the face of positivity, but it's always these people who are the face of positivity that are doing something either cringe behind closed doors, or they're talking way too much smack and act like no one's gonna screenshot. It's crazy to me. But Spargo, as a lowdown, he said that he is allowed to talk about Steve, but he wants to make it a point to say that he is not the same as DarkWizzy saying all this hateful stuff like, I hope the characters burn and all this stuff. That's what Wizzy said. When he talked to Wizzy, apparently, he did not go any further than saying that Steve carries. And this is basically, if you want to see the screenshots right here, but he's not in the same boat as Wizzy. Him and HBox, completely different boats than Wizzy's post. I'll have to show you guys in a second because it's kind of nuts. He does say something that really resonated with me. I do want to say though that I've read and understood your frustrations towards me being vocal about hating Steve. I don't want to keep spreading negativity, and I understand the damage this can do to the players, so I deeply apologize for all the harm my tweets or influence have done to people. Thank God somebody has a brain and understands that even if you don't intentionally act like a person that is hateful, it comes off that way. And you also make it harder for Steve players to coexist because people take your opinion and run with it. You know what I mean? That's what we have to deal with as creators and as him as a top player. I do not condone any type of harassment towards the players. It's okay to dislike the character. Please don't go any further than that. Do not harass the players for it. Very well spoken, very mature for his age. Spargo is still the GOAT. But then we go back to the tweet again, and this is the part that really is going to make you guys go, what the hell? Scratch your head. Like, it's going to be weird. This is Smax's main tweet. Smash community, please put aside your parasocial relationships with top figures and recognize the problem. The grand majority of you cannot separate character hate from player hate, which is very true. You perpetuate hatred toxicity by equating players to their mains and pretend it's okay. Now, this is the one that's going to make you guys go, what the hell? It's the DarkWizzy getting exposed on his private Twitter. First of all, guys, DarkWizzy's kind of stupid for even tweeting stuff like this. But not only that, you are on a public website. Making a private Twitter is the stupidest thing you could ever do, and then letting people not only see your tweets when you let them follow you, but letting a circle of people see your hate tweets or see your vent tweets is not only cringe, but it's irresponsible and stupid. He had to make a tweet after he said all this stuff, but he also like was trying to backtrack the moment it happened. So we'll go through these tweets. DarkWizzy on his private Twitter said, I don't know if any of y'all just watched that, but Acola is not good at this fucking game. I genuinely hope every Steve player is fucking burned. Holy shit, this character's for losers. Actually, such a pathetic player base. Literally none of them are good. I did not fist bump after that garbage. I just sat through and fought and then left. Fuck this game and fuck Steve players. Holy fucking shit. Jesus Christ. After losing to Double Steve today, I suddenly remembered me and Michael Myers go way back. He can handle my problems in a different way. Oh my god. Garbage fucking player. Literally talking shit on, I don't even know who this is. Acola? Oh my god, dude. Bear, roll minecart. Yeah, like, yeah, bro, you really got me. You're in the world. Better than Leo Spark and Tweak. Dude, Jesus Christ. Highlight of my day was talking Acola's skill with Spargo. Oh, that's why Spargo had to talk about it. I mean, the thing is, this is actually cringe and actually like insane because this dude has been saying, oh, I'm the positivity, I'm gonna be the next Nairo, like literally the dumbest stuff. I mean, yes, I don't want any hatred to come towards him more than already has because he already had to make a tweet talking about the fact that, you know, he got caught. Let's go to DarkWizzy's apology tweet because I know that he had tweeted that he might have gone, oh god, there's already content on his ass. So now here we go. I really am sorry about the things I said in my private account. None of it was genuine. I do not wish harm on anyone genuinely. I rant and joke a lot on my private when it's mad and upset. I know leaking in private is bad, but I can see how things is. What do you mean leaking in private is bad? You were on a public website. The fact that you have an honor system to let people see your rants and you're supposed to be this positive person is not a good look. I'm just saying, not a good look. Extremely mature, and even as a rant or joke, some things shouldn't be said. I wasn't thinking straight in those moments and was blatantly clear. I apologize to the community and Acola, but I promise I do not wish actual harm on anyone. I will make sure I directly apologize to both players I was talking about on my private as well. And if you guys didn't know that he was talking about multiple Steve mains, he actually went and apologized to Onan because this on October 29th was one of the tournaments where Onan actually fought him. And since then, I mean, they had a talk and everything's okay between Onan and DarkWizzy. I don't want anybody getting or showing any hate towards DarkWizzy. He has to learn the hard way, and this is just one of the canon events he's got to go through. Yeah, he just tried to justify himself right before he dropped the apology. He is not sorry. First of all, leaking my private is insane. Second, it's literally me ranting about losing, and of course, another harm and be dramatic. No way you think I want someone to burn. I don't even think involve myself for discussions with this community anymore. I haven't for a long time. No way you're using a screenshot of private Twitter to justify something. And the Mike Myers, yes, well, it was definitely jokey, but the other shit definitely did not have the connotation because we are online. But he definitely said this right after this shit came out, and then he apologized. So take that with a grain of salt, if you will. I'm not trying to cancel DarkWizzy. I'm just trying to have some accountability because people should not be harassing children or talking shit about little kids or like 17, 18-year-olds, dude. It's just cringe. You're a grown-ass man. Act like one, dude. That's it. it. I just want to go over some other tweets real quick. I think Gresh is right. He said, I think it's very important for people to challenge the mentality, words expressed here, not the person. If the main takeaway is DarkWizzy is a piece of shit, then that's not productive, and encourage people who act toxic to have more insular friend group and see it like this. I agree. And that's why I'm saying don't harass them and don't talk on anybody just because of that, you know what I mean? But guys, I just wanted to make this video because there are people coming into my community, my live streams, who are saying that they don't feel welcome because they play a character. It's really cringe because this is sort of same hatred level as like Bayonetta, where people were like downplaying everybody because they main Bayonetta, and Bayonetta brain dead as hell, super character and all that, but to harass a player is way worse. To equate a player to their character is not only really weird, but it is also like you need to touch grass. It's not that serious. If a video game is making you this mad where you gotta like private tweet like Wizzy, just put the game down, touch some grass, play a different game, get a job, do something else. Like, there's no reason for anyone to not only pretend to be a positivity person, but to turn around and then be toxic about them. I am not a saint. I will never be a saint. I promise you, I'm a dickhead. I'm an asshole too, but I don't harass people. That's one thing I've never done, is I don't go up to somebody and like make fun of them because of who they main and like constantly harass them. That's something that people need to grow the hell up, and you need to grow some balls. If you're not going to say it on main, don't say it at all. This is a tweet that I had to say recently because it should be common sense, but it's not so common. It's a common trope that positivity people are often not positive behind closed doors. Everyone needs to be leery of anyone putting on a positive persona for positivity's sake, because there's a point where toxic positivity takes place and they act like it's normal. People are cringe. And this was in response to love how DarkWizzy is often face positivity and inclusiveness, and then proceeded to say, I believe all PC players should be burned. I do think there might be a tone of like, yeah, venting jokiness, but if you don't have the balls to say it on main, don't say it at all. Especially not if you're someone with influence and you have your little weirdo circle like liking your tweets and stuff. But anyway, guys, this has been a video. I have been talking about this way more than I want to talk about. It's just some drama that happened that I feel like people need some context behind. Spargo and HBox are not in the same boat as DarkWizzy, because DarkWizzy actually came out with some crazy ass hateful stuff on private. He says it's a joke, and he tried to downplay it ASAP. That's all I gotta say. Like and subscribe if you like what you're doing during the scene, soldier. I'll make sure to do some more stuff as we go on. We got some new shows coming out. Vote for me for Blood Moon, baby, and I'll see you all next time in the next video, soldier. Goodbye.